Rabindranath Tagore. You have heard of a great poet, uh, Prabjot Ma'am. I'm making the host. Yes, Bachchi. So we are going to do poem, The Last Bargain. Now this poem is written by Dr. Rabindranath Tagore, a great Bengali poet. He was born on 7th May 1861. He was a great Bengali poet and he was a short story writer, song composer, playwright, essayist, and painter. Now you can see that he has written a variety of different genre. He has written in different genre, and he was awarded as he was the first non-European who got the Nobel Prize for Literature in 1930. And he has written more than 2,000 poems and songs. Now, you are well aware, you might have heard that book, Gitanjali, a good collection of poems. And there is always a great theme in the poems, in the short stories even of Rabindranath Tagore. He was called Guruji also. Now, in this poem, The Last Bargain, it is also, again, it is representing a very good theme, a very nice theme. Now, let's see what is first, what is bargain? If I read the start of the poem, a bargain is an agreement in which both parties promise to do something for each other. Now, do something for each other, it is in the poem. Rather, bargain you might have read in social science also. That bargain is when we exchange the things, when we give something in return of getting something. And we exchange the things. That is also bargain. Otherwise, we usually say that bargain is that you somewhere argue with the seller for price to lower the price or so. This is the definition of bargain these days. But earlier it was मीन्स हम मार्केट में जाते हैं कुछ परचेज करते हैं तो वहां पे हम बार्गेन इसको हम बार्गेन वर्ड यूज करते हैं जब हम आर्ग्यू करते हैं वहां पे सेल्समैन के साथ टू पे लेस दैट इज बार्गेन but here bargain is exchange of the things. It was done in ancient times, exchange of things, sometimes money with grain or so. Now here it is an agreement in which both parties promise to do something for each other. Someone is looking for work, waiting to be hired. In this point, the person wanted to be hired. Hired means काम के लिए hire करना. He strikes a bargain but thinks it worthless. He tries twice again but doesn't like either. 2-3 times he tries but he didn't like that bargain. Finally, in the last bargain, when he is hired for nothing, whatever he is happy as never before. Last वाले bargain में he was hired for nothing. Mark the line. Now this is the essence of the theme of the poem. Theme is the what is there in the poem, but you understand how you get the poem. He is happy as never before, but in the end he didn't get anything, but still he was happy. What is the bargain and why is it the best? Why the last bargain is best? Let's see. Let's read the proceed with the poem. Now in this poem, come and hire me, I cried. Beta, when there is I cried, it means that it is the poet. When a poem I is mentioned, means the poet himself. Now the poet is the protagonist in the poem. Come and hire me, I cried, while in the morning I was walking on the stone paved road. Now the poet takes himself as the protagonist, as the character in the poem. Come and hire me. Now this person, he is in the morning, he is walking on the stone paved road. On the pavement of the road, he was on the footpath of the road. Sword in hand, the king came in his chariot. Now this person, as you see in the picture, that he is in search of work. You might have seen some kind of laborers who gathers in some market, as in our city also, or in many towns or cities. the such laborers, they just gathered at a place or they walk on the road for the search. Sometimes they go shop to shop to be hired. So this person to be hired means kuch kaam mangna. Now come and hire me, I cried. This person is also, he is shouting, cry यहाँ पे रोना नहीं है, I rather speaking loudly. While in the morning I was on the stone paved road, sword in hand, and king came. Now a king came having a sword in his hand, in his chariot. He held my hand and said, I will hire you with my power. Now what that king offers? He offers him to hire with his power. Now mark the word power here. But his power counted for naught. Naught means nothing. But his power means nothing to me, and he went away in his chariot. But he was unable to hire the poet, so he went away. In the heat of the midday, the houses. Now, heat of the midday means it shows that it was a summertime and it is afternoon time. The houses stood with shut doors, and you know that in summer season we usually stay in our homes. I wandered along the crooked lane because nobody was there and he was not able to be hired to earn money. An old man came out with his bag of gold, and suddenly an old man come in front of me. He came in front of me, and he had a bag of gold. He pondered and said, now he just tried to tempt me, convince me, I will hire you with my money. He offered his money to be hired. He weighed his coins one by one. He even tried to tempt me. But I turned away. Means I refused. I did not listen to him. It was evening. The garden hedge was all aflower. Now it was an evening time. The garden hedge was all aflower. It was little bit pleasing outside in the surrounding the garden and the flowers. It means it was a pleasant time. The fair maid. Now somewhere this fair maid naturally a beautiful maid when come close to him, so he felt a little better. A fair maid came out and said, I will hire you with a smile. Now, this beautiful lady, she tried to hire the poet with her smile, means tempt her with her beauty. Her smile paled and melted into tears. Now, this what shows her smile paled means it faded away. After some time, his smile faded away and melted into tears. Why she was in tears? And she went back alone into the dark. It shows that the lady, the beautiful lady, the fair maid was also not able to hire the poet. Here we can use the word tempt. In this poem, it is rather hiring is tempting, that I'll discuss later. The sun glistened on the sand. Now again the sun is shining and the sea waves broke waywardly. Now he is on the coast of the ocean. A child sat playing with the shells. Here a child was playing with the shells. He raised his head and seemed to know me and said, he raised his head and just tried to interact me and said, I hire you with nothing. But the child had nothing to hire me. He just tried to request me. He just gave me a smile and just tell me that he had nothing to hire the food. From henceforward, that bargain struck in child's play made me a free man. But that uh, that person or the poet in the poem, he accepted his offer for nothing and he get involved in his child play. He just was he assured his to get hired because of the innocence of the child. Now it is this poem is having a great theme, very nice theme. But if you see that the first person is the king, now king in the poem it symbolizes power. You should write on the side of this paragraph that king represents power. Means this paragraph symbolizes the power. Then the next is the old man. This old man having with the bag of gold symbolizes the that money. Okay, the third next stanza that there is an affair made that Fair maid represents that beautiful lady represents the beauty. Means the poet is not tempted by power, wealth, or beauty, but the innocence of the child. He was he was just attracted by the, or he accepted to be hired by the child only because of his innocence, and that made him a free man. He felt free. Now the poet here feels free that all these three temptations they fail to hire me, but only this innocence of the child attracted me and hired me. So this poem is really very nice poem by Rabindranath Tagore, having great theme. There is always a theme behind the poem. Some are good at humor. Some poems give us the very nice theme. So here somewhere, this poet, Rabindranath Tagore, a great poet of India, he represents that all these things are mean nothing to us. We should not be tempted by all these things, but the innocence of the person, the greatness of the person. Here somewhere he motivates to uh, just motivate the children to be innocent and be having good moral values.